Just a second. So good evening all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
So let me check the setup here because there is something missing here. I'm just starting in a few seconds. I'm still waiting for some more participants to join. Okay, so I think it's a time now to start the business analytics session. Here, first thing, let us understand why we are taking this particular session, why business analytics. This is a need of each and every business. And as per our need, we need to learn or build the skills of business analytics. So let me start with the agenda first, like what we'll be learning in this particular session. So before we start the session, let me introduce about me. I'm Surendra Panpalya, the founder, CEO, author, and mentor, and as well as the international corporate trainer consultant for 100 plus MNCs across the globe. And I've been conducting the various workshops, which includes the data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, business analytics, and many more. So this workshop is going to help you to understand the first business analytics itself. What is the need of business analytics? All these things I'll be covering in this today's session now. So our agenda for today's session is to understand the introduction, like what the business analytics is all about first. Then we'll be defining the analytics terms and how the business analytics is evolved. We'll understand those evaluations also. Then the need of analytics, why we need it. So that need I will try to give the various examples. There you'll come to know the role of business analytics also. And also we'll differentiate between the business analytics and the business analysis. What is the difference between business analytics and business analysis? And lastly, I will just discuss about the various opportunity and the careers which is there for the business analytics or for the MBA profession, you can say. Now, first thing is, what is this business analytics is all about? What exactly it is? So business analytics is a process where you are using the statistical method and technology for analyzing the historical data. Now, every business, what you see is that they're generating the huge amount of data. And based on the data, the business analytics, or you can say the manager, need to take certain decision. The decisions are not like just like taken with your intuition only now, because previously the managers were taking the decision just based on the intuition or based on their own calculations or based on the raw data, you can say. But nowadays it is with the help of tools, with the help of some statistical method, we are making the decision here. So this helps a lot for all the business for their growth. And then how it grows, that also I'll tell you with the example here. So business analysis helps to gain the new insight and improve the strategic decision making here. So every decision with a fact, that matters a lot. So in this case of business analytics, your decision is based on the fact here, based on the data here, based on the visualization of data. And this helps a lot for the corporate to increase their profit in the company. So now let us understand some more terminologies of business analytics here. Business analytics is also, we say, like is like the process. Another definition, or maybe you can say, I'm just rephrasing the same definition here, that this is a process of making sense of data, sense of gathering. So you have huge amount of data, you need to give the meaning to the data here. That is one step here. Second thing is, you are doing what? Measuring the business performance and producing the valuable conclusion using the business analytics. So this business analytics helping you to give us something which is like, why we should do the business, what is the purpose of doing business, whether we should do the business or not. A lot of questions will be answered by the business scientist only. I'll be discussing about which are the question you can answer by using the business analytics itself. Business analytics can help companies make the informed decision, and you can decide the future of the business with the help of the data, with the help of statistics, with the help of tools and techniques which are already available now. Next thing is like, one more terminology which is there for the business analytics is like, is a methodology or a tool to make a sound commercial decision. So this business analytics is helping to make the commercial decision, because whether to invest money in somewhere, in the case of Europe, the company, some product, let's say you want to launch, whether I should invest money in the product launch or not, whether we should invest in a manufacturing some components or not. So that all the commercial decision can be done by the business analyst here. And there's a role of business analyst who is going to play the major role here, that will help the decision maker or the manager to take the decision here. It impacts the functioning of the whole organization. Because now let's say you're making the decision based on some calculation. Definitely it helps the organization here, which increase the profitability of the business, increase the market share and the revenue here. So you can understand the commercial point here, that your company growth, your profitability of the company is all depends on the business analysis here. So how important is a business analysis, you can decide. I'll be discussing the various case studies, various scenarios, and there I'll tell you like how business analysis is helping the corporate for the growth of the company now. It also increases the market share and the revenue. How does it increase the market share? How does it increase the revenue using the business analysis? Because it's all based on the historical data now. You're learning about the customer here, and then customer data is helping you to take the decision. So it provides a better return to the shareholder also in that case. So in case your company is growing, the shareholder is also getting the benefit because of the business analysis here. Now, as a business analysis, let's say you are the business analyst here. What skill is needed as a business analyst? Let's say you like to become a business analyst. So what is the basic skill is required is you should be a good communicator. Being MBA, that is a minimum expectation, that you should have the great communication skill. So I'm just discussing the minimum skill required to become a business analyst now. Then you should have the critical thinking ability. So you should be thinking differently. You should be thinking, okay, can I do some changes in the business? What should I do? What I should not do? So that all thinking should be done with the help of analytics here. You'll have various tools already available for visualization. So you should know, like, that you should visualize the data. So we obviously we have tools for that. So you should be a visualizer as one of the skill, and you should think about the future, like what will happen to my business in another 5 years or another 2 years. So that visualizer skills should be there. You should have the detail oriented. You should look at the each and every aspect of the business here. See like when the business will grow and when business may come down. And the kind of thinking the business analyst should have a big picture, or thinker should be thinking big, like, okay, how I can make the business scalable here. Because organizer is looking for someone who can help their company to grow. And if you are the analyst, then only you can help the company to grow. So your role plays, you have a great role to play in the company here. So let me tell you guys, this is very important skill, and where I'll be explaining about the career also while explaining the business analytics here. So the kind of skill you require, basic statistical language skill definitely will help you to decide, or because there are some mathematical calculation to be done. So there are tools available, like for example, you can use a R language as a tool for the statistic purpose, or you can use a tool like a Python also. That both the languages are very much in demand for the statistical analysis here. So there are various models to learn in the case of statistical language. For example, in the case of Python, you'll have a data science part where pandas library will be used, or you have a machine learning part where SQL learning will be used. There you'll be able to see the model creation. So, and in that case, you will know various mathematical model to be used. For example, linear regression, logistic regression. So all that language, that knowledge you will require to build here. So you may have a basic knowledge, that is also fine, but later on you can build the statistical tool skills with the help of the various software which are there. So that's what I say, the core business analytical skill here now. Obviously you may have some more thing to do in the business analytics to go ahead with the next level. Now let us understand the hierarchy of the analysis here. In that you will see there are various things to do, like how we started and what kind of problem we can solve using the business analytics here. I would like to start with a descriptive analysis first. So business analytics include the 5 types of analytics here. Somewhere it is mentioned 3 types of analysis, somewhere it is mentioned 4 types, and I'm here adding the total 5 analytics to here. So in these 5 different types of analytics are there, and 5 different sub problem can be solved now. Now this is very important for us to understand the different types of problem and how we can solve it. So let's say you want to find out what happened to our business. You have to just do analysis. You have some data now. I'm assuming that you have the data and your role is to find out what happened. If any problem is there, you're just finding out. So there is a way to do that, and that is called descriptive analysis. So in the business analytics itself, you're going to understand the different types of analysis. One of the thing is descriptive analysis. I'll be discussing about each and every term, and that's very, very important that that understanding the different types of analytics itself. So one thing is descriptive analytics. Then why did it happen? If some let's say some problem occurs or some changes happen in the business and all, you want to find out, you want to diagnose the problem. One thing is you are describing the problem, you are visualizing the problem, that is what happened. You are visualizing it, that is something called descriptive analysis. But when you like to diagnose why this problem occurred, then you are going for the diagnostic analysis for that. Now let's say you are done the diagnostic analysis, then you like to go for what will happen next now. You diagnose the problem now, that is already done. And now the very important thing is predictive analysis. Predictive analysis will help you to decide what will happen next now. You can predict something here, and that's very important. So like for example, based on your health symptoms, you can predict what all thing can happen. You may suffer some kind of diseases. So what diseases may occur? So that prediction can be done based on the symptoms, right? So that is what generally the doctor do it. Like your doctor find out, diagnose your problems based on the kind of report they generated, and based on that the prediction is there what else problem may occur in future. Based on one problem, there could be any other problems. So that is what predictive analysis now. Then based on that, the next thing is that what should we do now? Let's say we have predicted that in future this is going to happen. Let's say some deadly disease may occur. So what we should do now? So we should have prescriptive. So generally doctor give the prescription for that. What we should do, maybe do the exercise every day. That could be the prescription, right? Do the yoga every day. That could be the prescription. So what should we do now? And what can you do for me now? That is something very, very, very advanced level analysis. That is the proactive analysis. Now, before any problem occur itself, you are trying to be proactive. In this case, what can you do for me now? So this all 5 things I'll be explaining one by one. The first starting with a descriptive analysis first. What is this descriptive analytics here? So in this case, like if you look at the history, we always started with a descriptive analysis. We try to understand the raw data first. You have a huge amount of data. Every company is having a huge amount of data. We need to understand what this data is for. What is the purpose of the data? We have to understand the various variables which are there, variables, columns, all these things we have to understand. The type of data you have to understand. So there is a raw data, and you have to check how is the data quality. What this data is telling to you. Is that a data clean or not? So all this kind of thing you can see in the descriptive analysis. Now let me tell you, there is a tool available for that. In the Python case, there is a pandas, and with the help of pandas, we can do the descriptive analytics of your data. You can read the any raw data from any source. Data could be of any format. It could be of Excel format, could be of JSON format, CSV format. Means you can have the structured data, you can have unstructured data, all the types of data you can have. And that data you can read using these tools like Pandas library, and you can visualize the data. You can find out the how the data is and the types of data. What are the types of data it is there? Numerical data, categorical data, what type of data it is there? What are the features are there? What all means feature means here columns. So data is always in the form of let's say it's a two-dimensional data. So you have a rows and column in that case, right? So you create a data frame from that, and these terms are a little bit technical here, but those who are already using this, let's say those who already know the data science, they can understand what I'm trying to say. In the R language or in the SQL language, you must have seen there are data which is in the form of rows and column, where we have a even the data like Excel data you can understand is having the rows and column. Now you need to understand that raw data, and that based on that raw data you have to just clean the data. If whatever the problem you want to solve, based on that you need to clean the data. So all that thing you do in the descriptive analytics here, and you can visualize the data also. Then what you can do is you will find out how much you can solve the problem, like how much traffic did our website get. Let's say based on the data, you just want to find out, are we getting the visitors on the site? Like Google Analytics, you can get the quickly about, like you can find out how many users are using the website. Already tools are available. How many people are connected to the website, or how many are let's say you have a blog, you can find out how many users are reading that particular blog now. What was our email open rate? How many times that email has been open or not? Or you can answer the question, what happened in this case? So the main purpose of descriptive analytics is to find out what happened. Here we are not doing any kind of prediction, just finding out the fact. We are finding out that what data is telling to us. And this is all we do in the case of descriptive analysis. I hope you understood the descriptive analytics here. The next thing is we need to find out why did it happen now. For that, we have a diagnostic analytics. This is very important that you need to diagnose the problem. If you have certain problem to find out, here there's a diagnostic analytics now. This helps to visualize the data and begin to deal with the analysis now. Why did traffic to get to the website is up to it is 50% yesterday? So you can diagnose the problem. Let's say you're in the traffic. In the case of website, you find like sometimes you have a 100% traffic and sometimes only 50%. So why did the traffic to the website go up to 50%? If it is up, then you can find out why it is up. If it is down, why it is down. So you need to diagnose here, right? Why did the lead conversion drop like a rock last month? So these are the questions here. You are finding out why the lead conversion has dropped down. As a business, let's say you're a business business manager, or you can say business analyst. As a business analyst, you can diagnose the problem. What is the reason why the lead conversion has dropped down? You want to find out. So this all like the diagnosis thing you should do with the help of the tool. Again let me tell you, the tools are available using the R language as well as you can do with the help of the Python here. So this language will help you to do diagnosing also. Like you can find out using the model. Also you can create a model, and with the help of also you can do it. Then the next thing is what's going to happen next now. That is, you like to do predictive analytics in this case. So it is not just to understand what happened in the past, but also what could happen in the future. You have done diagnose, like you find out, okay, the website traffic is as we saw in the previous case, like we just found out, okay, suddenly the website traffic has decreased. So why it has decreased, you could find out, but then it may goes down again, right? So if you want to increase, you need to first you have to take certain action, but before taking the action, you have to first predict it. So you have to just predict, like, is that going to decrease or is it going to increase now? So you can do the prediction here. For that, you have a model available. The model will help, like in the statistical model, will help you to do predicting analysis here. For example, in the case of you can say the linear regression model. They're giving the example of linear regression model will tell you how the sales is going to happen in the near future. Let's say you have a data available from year 2000 to 2020. What will be the sales based on these 20 years of data? What will be the sales in the 2021, 2022, or 2025? So these all can be predicted based on the type of data. So here you will be using the model like linear regression model. All that comes under the machine learning. So you can have the useful prediction from our data. This is all possible because of the kind of advancement happened in the technology right now. The technology is helping us a lot to tell you even the future here, can give the prediction that whether sales will happen, will grow, or sales will come down. All that prediction is possible using the predictive analytics. So here we are trying to address the problem of what's going to happen next. And there are various tools already available. For example, IBM Watson Analytics tool is available. Google Predictive API tools are available. Amazon SageMakers is available. Facebook Prophet is available. So there are several tools already available for the predictive purpose. And you also have machine learning algorithms, as I said previously, which will help you to do the predictive. And over a period of times, I'll be helping you out to understand the various tools which will help you to do the predictive analysis. The last thing, which is, you have some question here? Can you write that question in the comment? Please write down the question in the comment. That will help. Right. The last thing which I want to say is the prescriptive analytics. Now this is very important, and this is all possible because of the kind of advancement happened in the technology like machine learning, various algorithm which has come now. Then artificial intelligence, we have a neural network programming, deep learning. So these all things is helping for the prescriptive analytics. In this case, what happened, like even the machine is doing your work. So machine is helping to do the lot of work beforehand, right? So for example, you would like to recommend the course of actions based on the pattern, target pattern. So you can recommend the course of action based on the target pattern of the past and the predicted outcome here. A lot of things we can do in the prescriptive analysis here. Even the Amazon is using that prescriptive analytics. Even the Netflix is using the prescriptive analytics here. And it is working, like it is doing a lot of things in advance, right? So what we should do is answer in the prescriptive analytics. Then this is something where the proactive analytics, sorry, it is actually a proactive analytics now. Now the proactive analytics will tell you that you can solve the problem. You can solve the problem by using the machine. The proactive analytics is something like the self-learning. You are making sure that your model, your machine is having that technique of self-learning. In the case of artificial intelligence, where the machine learns automatically and solving the problem. So we'll do your work also by the self-learning. So this is a very advanced technology. When you say proactive analytics, is a more advanced level. For example, driverless car. So you don't require to drive the car now. Here the machine is proactively driving that car now by understanding the traffic, the kind of traffic it is there, and understanding the where to go. All that learning is there. There's a self-learning, understanding the complete map. That all thing is done by the machine. Machine is understanding the driving itself, right? So here human doesn't require to drive. That is just one example. That way you can see like the machine is learning. That is what the proactive analytics now. So this is all the term I explain you like what is the business analysis means here. Business analysis includes many more analysis thing which I includes which I say like the based on the historical data, what all thing we can do is. So I have shown you like you can do a lot of things. We can have a description of your data. We can have the diagnosing of the problems. We can also have the prescription, proactiveness, and many more things. So all this is possible by business analysis. Now, why I explain this, all the 5 steps here? What was the reason to explain these 5 things? That is proactive analytics, prescriptive analytics, predictive analytics, diagnostic analytics, and descriptive analytics. The reason is you should know what will be your role as a business analyst now. What are skills you will require to build to do all these types of analysis now. If you are having the basic skill in the case of data, in the case of business analysis or data science, you can say here, you may just do the descriptive analysis, having the basic skill. For example, you have a skills like relative data science, like you just know the NumPy or pandas in the Python case, then you will just do the descriptive analysis. So it is all based on your skill now. More the skill you build, more the high level business analysis you can do it. So to do the proactive analysis, you may require to build the skill of artificial intelligence also. If you want to do a prescriptive analysis and predictive analysis, you will require to build the skills of machine learning also now. Let me tell you, these skills are very, very important to reach to the next level. So you need to go to the one by one. Go to the descriptive analytics, then go for the diagnostic analytics, then predictive analytics, and start understanding these tools and techniques here, and then start solving the problem. So as a business analyst, what will be your role? What is the purpose of business analysis? So business analysts help to to solve this kind of a problem, all the 5 types of problem which I said here. So they should have the knowledge, the skills, the kind of the expertise to solve the problem. So the kind of skill you should have is you know the various types of tools which are there, and this will help to give the direction to the business. So as a business analyst can give the direction to the business itself. So all those who are the decision maker in the company will require to have expert business analysts. Let me know, every company and all the types of company, you always have you can say a role to play, right? So any big company nowadays, we are talking about big data analysis. We are not just talking about the data analysis on the data which is, let's say, on some KB or MB data. Now we are talking about some data which is in a GB, or I can say terabytes of data or petabytes of data. Now your requirement is increasing day by day, because every day the kind of data we are producing is something which is not manageable also. So you may require to build the skill about big data analysis also. Like you will require to know the Hadoop as one of the tool to understand the big data analytics now. So why this analytics is becoming more popular? Why it is becoming a buzzword now? And you can see, like every business, whether it is a healthcare business or whether it is a banking, whether it is a manufacturing, where any business you take, there's a vital role for the business analyst now. So why it is becoming so popular? What is the reason behind it? Why does almost every company want to hire the business analytics professional now? What is the reason? So let us find out that also. So let me give some of the reason why the business analytics becoming more popular now. What should be the skill to become business analyst now? I think most of you guys are already doing the MBA now, right? That is that could be the skill which you can have, but it is not necessary that you should be just MBA. Having the MBA skill definitely will help you to take the business decision here, but there will be some other people who are having the IT skill. So there is always a teamwork when you are doing the business analysis here. So someone who is very expert in the programming will also help in the business analytics. So business analytics could be a IT professional, could be a non-IT professional, or statistician also, you can say. So it depends on the kind of or someone who is having the functional skills. Having, let's say, for example, you are working in the company of healthcare, so you should have the skills about that healthcare domain then. Or you're working in the domain of, let's say, banking domain, so you should have that domain skill of banking domain. So those kind of resources also helps or can become a business analyst here. So business are always in a constant pressure. where you always see there's a huge competition. Every business, like whether you take a business which is related to a small business, let's say your hotel business you're having, there also you see like, okay, there's a competition to run that hotel business. So, or you take a big business, whichever the type of or the size of business you see, there is always competition, and customers are always demanding. You take any business, I'm not, and the demand is increasing. So as the demand is increasing, the things are becoming very difficult for the manager or for the company. Company survival has become so challenging, and now like the recession time right now, kind of the COVID time right now, where in this particular situation, how you can make your business profitable is a really challenging. Nobody could have predict the what will happen after the COVID. Now what will happen after the COVID, nobody is aware about it, but business analysis can predict that also. And that's why you must have seen many of the business, there's a change happen now. The change happened because of the kind of the circumstances which have happened recently. Now every company would like to survive, and every business manager would like to survive. Now to survive, it is very important to take the best decision, and should be a decision which will help your company to grow and take the next level. Okay, so here business analyst plays a very important role now. So analytics is a promising method to gain insight required to make better and the faster decision. So what happened in this case is like, it is all about understanding the software and the hardware or the kind of technology. This is all available now. So if you can understand this, you have you are always in the demand in that case. So my recommendation for all of you guys, try to understand the tools and the technique by which you can do the business analysis now. So there is a demand that I have explained you, because the data size is increasing day by day, the competition increasing day by day. So as a result, obviously there is a demand for the business analyst now. So why is analytics becoming more popular now? So there are many reasons. There are needs of expert now. Every company is looking for the decision maker who can give the decision for the future. You can say for the sustainability of the business here. So companies have all the raw data, but they want that someone to take care of the data. They want someone to make the sense out of the data and help. So your role as a business analyst is very important, very important. It's a very vital, because you're going to help the company growth. You're going to help for the company's profitability, and you are the person who will be helping for saving the time and money also. So that you can understand the kind of role you are having. But then you need to have the expertise. Remember, without having the expertise in the tools which are related to business analysis, you won't be able to help the corporate now. So you need to know I'll tell you about what are skills you may require to learn. Maybe the later stage, there's a big graph available by which you can understand like what are skills you require to build now. The need of business analytics here. What is the need of business analytics? I'll be taking some scenarios here and tell you like the need here, because once you understand the need, you will find the solution also. So whenever you do the business, what is the first step? Any business, if you want to do it, your first step will be to find the need here. Or you like to play a certain role, or business analytics roles. Let's say you like to become a business analyst, then you should understand why you should become analyst now. So I'll be sharing you the various scenarios here for you to understand that what will be your role and how companies using this business analyst expertise here. So let me tell you, the first thing is that business analysis enhances the customer experience. Now, as an analyst, you will take care of the customer expectation now. So with the varieties of the options available, customer are spoiled for the choice, right? And as a result, you need to make sure that you can retain the customer. You need to make sure that customer are retained for whatever the services you're providing. So that is very, very important. So business analysis help to experience the customer experience. You can analyze the customer interactions, their on their website, and past purchasing habit also. For example, Amazon is helping giving you the recommendation of certain product. How the Amazon is giving the recommendation of certain product? It is all because of the input data which is taken care by the your machine learning algorithms, which is there in the case of or you can say the recommendation system which is there in the Amazon. So the programmer has written some program based on that Amazon is recommending here. Similarly, business analysis also can read the data, whichever the customer data is there. Based on that, you can decide, to take the decision how to, and then suggest the companies to take the action also. So this way, you can increase the your business here. You can analyze the patterns and make the improvement to the website performance. So now in the case like you have created a website, you saw the website, you analyze and you find out some customer you're losing because of some reason of the website. Maybe website is not providing certain services, so that you can improve. You can tell maybe a IT guys to improve the website in that case, and ask the make that UI friendly. Ask them, you can say, okay, can you provide that service as per the expectation of customer now? So analysts can suggest to the manager and say, okay, this is what you should do it for the improving the your customer experience now. So enhance the customer experience is very useful features in the case of business analysis. So better the customer experience, better the loyalty, right? Better the business will be then. So now this is one of the need, like if you really want to improve the customer base, definitely you need to do the business analysis here. I need to understand the customer need, customer demand, what generally the customer is going to buy. That all thing you can find out based on the data, whichever the data you are getting from your website itself. Your website should be collecting the data first. Make sure that your website is collecting data, and that data is very useful for you to take the decision in that case. So you should be doing the analysis. You can have the visualization of data, and then based on that visualization data, you can take the decision to retain the customer itself. Then the another need is like to make informed the decision here. So businesses are often outsourced for the process to enhance their efficiency. So if you want like business to improve the business, so the efficiency should be increased in terms of like selecting the vendor also. You can find out, okay, who are the vendor who is helping you to increase the performance. For example, you would like to select the vendor to vendor, maybe could be you can say the digital marketing guys. You can find out which is the best digital marketing company now, who is helping you to increase your website presence in the market. For example, I have a lots of option, like I have a even the tools. Let's say I have to decide the tools about the like a Facebook is there, one of the company for marketing my website. I have a Google as Google ads for marketing purpose. I have a, let's say, YouTube for marketing purpose, or I have a LinkedIn to marketing purpose. So there are many companies who can do the marketing of website. Now you want to find out which is a company where you should be investing money now, where you can see like like there's a growth, where you can see there is a more reachability. So if you want to reach to the more customer, you can decide based on the business analysis now. So analytics can help them to evaluate the supplier performance based on the customer rating, order fulfillment speed, and the quality also. And this data will help them decide which one works best for their business now. Now, in my company, let's say if I find YouTube is helping me, then I should go for the YouTube. If I find the YouTube ad I'm talking about, I can decide even the ad also. I can decide the Google ads. If I find, okay, the Google is helping me to increase the business, then I can go for the Google. So even you can decide the tool also. You can decide the corporate, you can decide the vendor. So this is all you can take the decision well in advance by business analysis. It can reduce the employee turnover. how you can reduce the employee turnover, because all as a HR, let's say you are playing the role of HR, and you find every year companies have to bear an extensive cost due to employee onboarding or attrition here. You see, like, that why the particular employee is leaving the organization, and you want to retain the some employee in your organization. So you can reduce your employee turnover using the business analytics. As a HR professional, you can use the analytics tools, examining the likelihood of the employee. You can align with the company's culture. You can improve the company culture and make sure that the turnover, the employee turnover is reduced now. So you will see, like, you can retain the more employee in that case. So this is all can be done by the HR. So it all depends on what role you are playing now. It will also track the performance. You can find out who are the employees who are performing better, how satisfied they are with your new roles. Will be easier to recognize the employee. So you generally have the appraisal for the employee. So this you can do it as a HR. You can do the analysis of the each and every employee data, and based on that you can reduce the employee turnover. So this way you can ask the employee to be retained with your company now. It also helps for the improving the efficiency now. So efficiency is not just limited to employee here, it is also related to certain resources. So business can also analyze the resources to learn more about their performance. For example, a grocery store chain was able to reduce the refrigeration cost by merely analyzing the temperature of in-store cooler now. Now, this was something, a case study where the grocery store, they were just analyzing the refrigeration, whatever the temperature, they were having, they were just, managing the temperatures, like by, reducing the temperature or increasing the temperature. You can reduce the cost here. How? I'll explain you here now. So it was found that the refrigerator were being kept several degrees lower than the necessary. So let's say the refrigerator was having the need of, let's say, maybe a 10 degrees centigrade or something like that, and you're maybe using, let's say, a 5 degrees centigrade. So that way, obviously, you are increasing the cost of power here. So by increasing the temperature, the power cost went down without affecting the safe food storage. So what in this case you did, like in this case, you find out this is what the moderate temperature is needed, or this is the temperature needed. You could find out by business analysis or by analysis, and that way you can maintain the temperature and keep your goods also safe. So this is all because you took care, you did the analysis. If you cannot do analysis, you cannot find the problem also. So use the data to make their resources efficient. This is what we do in the improving the efficiency now. It also helps to identify the fraud. Now the finance companies have begun the analytics is to reduce the cost here, reduce the fraud here. How they are the finance companies reducing the fraud? Again, finance company, what it do, it take the data and identify the potentially fraudulent purchasers. And based on the analysis of the customer's previous transaction, it uses the predictive analysis to look at the customer profile now. So you can find out who are the who could be the do the fraud. So you can find out, you can predict it here based on the kind of data analysis you are doing now. You can gauge the level of risk here. You can help the risk that particularly customer presents. Use the analysis to prevent the losses in that case, and build a stronger customer relationship also. So this helps a lot for the improving the business. If you are in the manufacturing company, there's a company example I'll be explaining very soon. That is about the Intel. I'll explain that about also how you can reduce the manufacturing cost by business analysis. One of the company which has outranked everyone using the analytics to reduce the manufacturing cost is the Intel. Initially, this tech giant would perform 19,000 tests on each chip being manufactured. But with the help of advent of predictive analysis, Intel was able to determine which chips need, what is the need of the chips, which test before their launch. Using the data collected from all of the testing, Intel could save almost $3 million. So this is all because you could find out the how many tests we should conduct, which chip need to be tested more before the launch. All this with the help of business analysis, the company could also reduce the manufacturing cost here. Make the most of your investment. The another benefit or the need here, you can, what is the investment you're doing? If you would like to get the more return out of it, using the business analysis, it is possible. Earlier, business people would rely on traditional marketing technique to gain and retain the customer. But now, because of the internet technology, the marketing has become so easy and so inexpensive also now. It is very easy to get the leads with the help of digital marketing. By using the business intelligence, marketer can craft perfect campaign and the strategies, and eventually increase the chances of higher ROI. So you can decide which particular, where to invest now. You may not require to hire more marketing agent now. You may just have a digital marketer. You may think about investing more on a internet-based technology. So this is again like the decision you can take it based on the type of business you're doing now. It also improves the advertising. As you know, advertising is very expensive, and marketers should know that how to get the best return in a ROI based on the investment in the advertisement. So this again helps to decide that where to advertise, whether to advertise on YouTube or whether to advertise on television or radio, or which media you should be advertising, or where you can get more ROI. So that this is again helping you to decide the advertising also. So you can decide that all landing pages, pop-ups, and even the product description are evaluated and tweaked to the ensure maximum result. Make sure that you're writing more about the products on your website. Even the way the products are positioned on the website is assessed to identify the best location to drive more engagement and the sale. So you can decide even where to keep the ad here, where the pop-up should be there, how the landing page should be there. So this is all we can decide based on the analysis. The next thing is better product management. When it comes to retail companies, they have more than thousands of products to offer. So how do you decide which one to release at one time, at which times? So there is an answer available in the data analytics for that. So such businesses analysis which are the most popular product depending on the region and the season here. This data is then used to target the right product at the right time. So you can decide which particular product to be sell in which particular season. All that can be done by the business analysis. So this can improve the sales here. Then the next benefit, the next need is to tackle the problem. So whenever there is a problem arises, a business often pause the current operation, which leads to the huge loss. So for example, right now, we are already facing a huge problem right now, the COVID problem. How we can prevent such a situation is really challenging, like for everyone who are already running the business, even the educational institution, as well as the hotel business, tourist business, all these are getting affected now. How to tackle such a problems, how to prevent such a situation? Again, business analysts can help you to tackle such problem now. So business analysts can help the organization to make the informed decision that by providing the information can help the identify the potential risks. So you can avoid the occurrences of the issue in that case, like what are the losses are there, you can reduce. You can just decide whether to invest or not. If this is a problem continue, for example, let's say now you can reduce the cost in terms of the investment in that. You can decide whether to invest or not. So you may not, solve. You may not able to fix the completely, but then what you can take the decision here. You can think about whether to invest in manpower or not, whether to invest to manufacture the products or not. You can decide that fact. So professional can use the raw data for that and detect the malfunctions in the existing system and help the business owner to fix it at the earliest. So a lot of things can be done using the business analysis. Now, I hope you must have understood the what is the role of business analysis here now, and what are problems you can solve here now. There is a one more thing, that is to accelerate through the uncertainty. What you see right now, the pandemic is also the uncertainty, right? You don't know how to solve, how to come out from this uncertainty. The lockdown which has occurred, which is uncertain, right? So how to run your business or your show, like we are using right now, we are using the Zoom right now, online media right now, is all because the we cannot have the classroom session, right? That's why we are using the media. So this is like because you're taking the decision, right? So here also, if you have someone to guide you, okay, what all thing you should do it to improve your education system. Like right now in a education institution, or let's say the hotel or the tourist industry, they all are affected. Now they need to find out what should be the alternative solution to solve this particular uncertainty now. So again, you have to understand the business environment, you have to understand the uncertainty here, and help the corporate to tackle such kind of issue. So if you are doing this analysis and you are doing the complete continuously, the analysis should be done continuously. Then only uncertainty can be resolved. So data analysis can be used to resolve supply chain issues here, introduce the crisis management solutions, and optimize the cost here. So this is what you have to do it as a business analysis now. You can conduct a competitor analysis also. Understand what they are up to, their strategy, what is their USP. You can conduct the SWOT analysis. You can also get a preview of how your business is performing as compared to your competitor. So this also helps a lot. Like you can conduct the competitor analysis and find out the strength, weakness, opportunity, threat also. You can also find their strategies. What are their strategies? Which strategies is, you can just see, like, if you find that their strategy is helping for your business, you may adopt that strategy here. You may find, you can also find the what is their unique selling propositions. You can, that also you find out now. So you have to understand using the business analytics or data analytics, you can do that, conduct the competitor analysis also. There's a one more thing to tell you about the what is the difference between business analysis and business analytics. Because you must have seen, sometimes I'm saying business analytics and sometimes I'm saying business analysis. These two terms, there's a little bit confusion, and let me tell you, like, there is some relation, and I'll be helping you to understand the relation here. Business analysis focuses on processes, techniques, and the functions, whereas business analytics focuses on data and statistical analysis. Now understand the difference here, that in this case it focuses on processes, techniques, and the functions. Here it focuses on data and statistical analysis. In the business analysis is to solve the complex business problem and bring out the positive change, whereas business analytics, in this case, you can use to predict the future states and drive the business decision here. You have to think about the future in this case. So with the help of future, you can drive the business here. So your business decision can be driven with the help of business analytics here. In the business analysis, you can perform by business analyst or system analyst or function analysis. So the kind of role you will see in the case of business analysis is like you may do the role could be a business analyst or system analyst or the function analyst. Whereas in the business analytics, you may perform the analytics by data analyst or data scientist here. So you can understand the role here. The business analytics is required to have a skills should have should be like a data scientist here, and there's a huge demand for data scientists for the a big corporation. The skill required for the business analysis is like modeling, documentations, uh, the analysis skills. Whereas in the case of the skill required for the business analytics is the statistics skill, advanced mathematics skills, and the software programming also. Now understand the difference here, that here you may be a more functional in the case of business analysis, but in the case of business analytics, you should be having the both the skills. You should be technically also sound, you should have the statistical skill also, you should be strong in mathematics and the software programming also. So as a MBA, if you're not having the technical skill, you'll be playing the role as a business analysis. But if you are the let's say technical person, you are the IT person, you have the programming skill, you have the statistical skill, then you can play the role of business analytics. So this is what the major difference you will see in the case of business analysis and business analytics. In the case of business analysis, area of impact like organizations, enterprise process, and businesses, you can see the kind of areas are there, uh, are like something related to the kind of change you see here is all about the enterprise, process, business, and technology. And area of impact in this case is a business decisions, big data, data-driven solution, and forecasting. So these are the things which are there in the case of business analytics now. Now, this is I wanted to give the idea here, like what is the what exactly the business analysis is, why business analysis, what is the difference between the business analysis and business analytics, and I just wanted to tell you about the career now. So this was just to give the brief idea about the today's session. Now we'll have the question answer, and also I will be helping you out for the career in the business analytics as well as in the business analysis here. So thank you very much for joining here. I'll be concluding here for the theory session. Now what will be the session? It will be more interactive session now. So we'll have a question answer now, so that what are the queries are there while while learning this business analytics, that queries will be solved in this particular sessions. So thank you very much for joining for the on the YouTube also.